Hey everybody, it's Cayley. I am back with another thrift haul. Myself and my employees went to the bins today and we got roughly 45 items that I am going to share with you all. A lot of it is bread and butter and style-based pickups. We do have some bolos in here, but a lot of it today is going to be style-based and also talking about keywords that we are going to use when we list these items to ensure they make it to the right buyer and that they sell. Before we dive into today's thrift haul, I wanted to take a second and talk about one of the partners on my channel and my favorite place to purchase poly mailers, and that is GROPack. GROPack is an online shipping supplies company. They make shopping for supplies super simple and quick. They have free shipping for all orders within the US. Their site is so easy. You just go on, you pick what kind of product you want. Do you want a bow mailer, a poly mailer? I almost always choose poly mailer. And then what size you want, what color you want, and the quantity. One of the things I love most about GROPack is that you can buy in bulk, and the more you buy in bulk, the more affordable it is. But even if you are purchasing in a smaller quantity, they have some of the cheapest per piece costs that I have seen anywhere. Plus, their product is super durable. I've been using them for a really long time and I could not be happier with the product and also the price. We almost always purchase the 10 by 13s. It is about this size and it is what almost everything from my inventory system fits into. So we order a ton of these because we are shipping out hundreds of packages every single week. I really love their colors. This is a really nice lavender color. And we also got some more of the coral ones, which the gals at the office really like. If you guys are interested in checking out GROPack, there will be a link down below in the description box, plus a coupon code if you've never tried them out before, and you will get a discount off of your first purchase, and that is on top of their already affordable prices. Now back into the thrift haul. All right, so like I said, got a lot of stuff. We are going to quick run through these because I want to have enough time to share some keywords with you guys. This has been a style I have been picking up a lot lately, and anytime you are going to test out something style-based, you want to make sure that you don't go crazy. Buy a bunch of it before you know if it's going to work or not. So what I've been doing is I'll buy things in 1 or 2 quantities, list them with the keywords that I think are going to sell them, and then check back a week, maybe a month later and see if they have sold and if they have any interest. Typically, I do not continue purchasing things in that style in any brand until I see the item sell. But this style in particular has been very successful for me, which is surprising because we are in colder weather and it is a dress. And that is a coquette, C-O-Q-U-E-T-T-E dress. Milkmaid would be another good one. Baby doll or empire waist. This is the empire waist right here. And little puff sleeves. And this combo together is what makes it a coquette style dress, a milkmaid style dress, a baby doll style dress. All those keywords we will put into the title. Extremely trendy right now. I have been selling these. If I have time when I'm editing, I'll pop up a couple of comps here on the video, and both dresses and tops in this style. So yeah, I'm not saying you should pick up everyone, but maybe consider testing it out. These dresses have been performing well for me. I do not price them high just because they're style based, so I'm going to list that one for $25. Brand does not matter in that case. It was not a bolo brand. Another category and style of something that I've been able to get style-based regardless of brand, and this has been true every single year, are long length wool peacoats in both men's and women's. And this is true for a lot of brands that you probably wouldn't pick up. For instance, I don't normally pick up United Colors of Benetton. However, this is a full length wool double-breasted peacoat in a nice charcoal gray / black color. Great quality, and yeah, this is something a lot of people would pass on, especially at the bins, just because it's heavier. I probably paid about $4 for this, but usually I can sell them between $50 to $100. And again, if I have time, I'll pop some comps up here on the screen of some of the recent sales where I have style-based picked up coats like this in brands that I don't normally pick up. Something else that has been performing extremely well for me, again, tested it out and then I got more, and every single one has been selling, which is kind of insane because this is not a brand I would recommend getting. It is simply Vera Wang. Recently, I've been coming across a lot of Velvet Burnout by Simply Vera Wang. I thought it's not a good brand, but it's Velvet Burnout, and we all know that's super trendy right now. Velvet Burnout goes with the whimsy goth, fairy grunge aesthetic, depending on what you have. Y2K might be another great keyword to use. This one's definitely like a whimsy goth, fairy grunge style. Purple's also a trendy color within that aesthetic. Pretty much any of these that I have been picking up in the Velvet Burnout have been flipping very quickly. We sold them between $25 and $30. This is Velvet Burnout, where there is velvet, but it's essentially burned out in other parts. This is a leopard print one, which recently I tested out because I was like, leopard print's not really whimsy goth. It's kind of giving confusing vibes. However, that one sold quickly too. Now I'm picking all of them up. I'm only going to list this for $25, but any kind of velvet burnout top I find I am getting, especially when they have kind of like a meshy sheer sleeve like this one has. This one is a brand bolo. It's not style based. Smart wool. Any kind of merino wool base layer in pretty much any brand that makes them is very trendy right now. People layer up, as base layer would imply. It's very popular around fall and winter when it starts to get cold. Smart wool is definitely one that you want to be on the lookout for. This is, I believe, a women's color blocking sweater. We need to actually figure out what the style is of this. Maybe it goes for more or less, but my gut wants to tell me between 30 and 40 for that one. This is one of my favorite brands to pick up in plus sizes. It is J. Jill, and even better, this is their Pure Jill line, which tends to have better fabrics, more natural fabrics. This is 100% cotton, a natural fabric, size 2X. This is a really nice, oversized, artsy, log and look, minimalist top. I'll use all of those keywords with some textured details. We might list that between 30 and 35. That tends to be one of my better brands and plus sizes. All right, this actually had surprising comps. I haven't looked these up in a while just because I usually come across them at thrift stores where they are $5. And I didn't think they were worth paying, but since I came across one of these at the bins where it's only going to be about $1 to $2, I thought it might be worth looking into again. And they are Under Armour mock neck men's compression shirts. These used to do so well for me, so I wanted to look them up again, and they actually have a really great sell-through rate. This is their Cold Gear mock neck. This is a mock neck where it's essentially like a half turtleneck. Under Armour men's compression base layer. And I think this little logo adds a little bit of value. These are only going for about 15 to 20. I'm going to elevate my price to 20 on the higher end because of the logo, larger size, it's blue, and it has a little bit of branding on it. So I'm gonna list that only for 20. I wanna be realistic with my bread and butter pickups so that they don't sit and they flip quickly, but that's definitely what I'm gonna look for at the bins. All right, this is more of a style-based pickup. I got a couple of plus size tops. This is Avon Viv, definitely not a brand I normally get, but it is a size 3X. It is gauzy, a faux wrap top, and it is long sleeves. For all of those reasons, I wanted to grab this one. I'll use the keywords gauzy, peasant, boho, maybe even minimalist, just because of the gauzy look to it. I'm gonna list this for about 20 to 25 and we'll see how it does. All right, we got quite a few Y2K baby doll tops. I feel like I've talked about them at length, so I'm just going to show you them really quickly. This one has tags, but the brand is not there, but that's not an issue for us. This is a Y2K baby doll top. What makes it baby doll is this empire waist right here, and it's even better when you have little dainty details, like you can see some embroidery here. I could also use the keyword coquette with this because it is pink and very fitted. Y2K baby doll coquette is definitely what I'm going to use, and we're going to list that for 25. This is the exact same one, exact same brand, just in a cream color, and I'll probably do the same thing with this one. Another Y2K baby doll top. This one is a short sleeve though. Also going to list this for around 25. You can see some of the lacy details, but you've still got your empire waist right here. Oh, let me pivot a little bit. I actually have a couple other things in here that just needed washed. This is a Legendary Whitetails men's shacket. This needs like an all-over wash, but they have a really great sell-through rate. They actually have for the past like few years. So Legendary Whitetails, not normally a brand I pick up, but a particular style that has a great sell-through rate are their flannel shirt jackets or shackets, and this one is lined as well. They go for about $25 to $30. And then we also found this Bowden sweatshirt, super cute, striped. So I'm going to use the keyword nautical, but also cottage core because of these little eyelet details here. This one does have a spot in the sleeve, so we're going to have to try to get that off, but lots of great details with this. Keywords I would use besides nautical and cottage core would be preppy, and I would also use twee. I think twee would be a great keyword for this one. I could totally see the main character of New Girl wearing this, and that's usually how I figure out whether to use twee or not. This one will probably list for $25. All right, next up, I have another Whimsy Goth style. This is by Moda International, which has been a pretty good Y2K brand for me. They make a lot of great Y2K styles. This is a maxi length black velvet dress. Really like the shape to this. It kind of fans out towards the bottom. It is also long sleeve. I'm going to use the keywords witchy goth, whimsy goth, probably vamp, like vampire. Also holiday. Velvet during holidays is very trendy. Event. There's a bunch other ones I could use, but that's definitely the best ones that I will make sure to include in the title if they will fit. I'll probably list that between $35 and $40. Here's another brand that has been performing well for me in Y2K stuff. It is Energy. You can see by the tag just how old looking it is. This is a Y2K top. It does have that fitted look to it. It gives those very preppy vibes. I wanted to grab this one. I'm only going to list this for $25, but I think it should flip quickly. We've really got the Y2K tops down. This is also a Y2K style piece. This is Allison Taylor. Not a brand I would memorize, but they do make some trendy Y2K looking stuff. 100% silk. This is a fairy skirt. The asymmetric hem on this is what is going to increase the value significantly. It also has these almost patchwork looking seams, like you can see the asymmetrical seam here. That also helps to add value. It has a whimsical, also psychedelic look to it, but Y2K and fairy are really what's going to pull this skirt through. I'm probably going to list that for about $35. There are a couple of small runs in the back, so I want to be mindful of that when I am pricing. All right, this is something that I am going to test out. This is a brand that performs very well for us in plus sizes. However, I don't normally get anything plain in any plus size brand that I get, but since I got this at the bins, I'm going to test it out and see if I can sell it for around $20. It is Land's End, performs pretty well for me in plus sizes. This is a size 2X. It's a very plain navy blue tank top. We're going to list it for $20. I'll have to report back and see how it goes. Even if it were to only flip on an offer for $15, I still think it's a great flip. I can find these all day long at the bins. Another style-based pickup and plus size. This is the brand Cotton Blue. Don't know this brand, but it is a size 3X. It's new with tags, and it is a very gauzy, oversized top, very similar to that other one I just showed you. I'll use the keywords oversized, minimalist, and gauzy with this one, and I'm going to list it for $25. This is another one we are testing out. Definitely style-based. It is a cheaper brand, so, which I think is like sold at Walmart. Tennis and preppy, like the tennis prep vibe, have been extremely trendy. We are going to use some keywords with this and see if we can get it to flip for about $25. It is a cable knit sweater vest. So again, tennis and preppy are definitely ones we are going to use, and also cable knit would help. This is also slightly oversized, so I might include that as well. Oversized is a great keyword. If something is truly oversized, people are looking for it. This one is a great brand that I like picking up for fall and winter. It always performs well for me. It is Barefoot Dreams. They're known for their very soft, cozy style knit. It definitely feels different than any other knit I've ever felt. This is a one size plus, so maybe like a one size fits all, but in plus sizes. This is a poncho, and these were going for $30 to $40, ombre style. This one's in really great condition, so that was a great Bolo brand pickup at the bins. Another style-based piece. This is the brand Urban Outfitters. I almost never get this brand, but occasionally they come through with a good style that fits in a trending aesthetic. So this is Urban Outfitters. It is a size large. I initially grabbed it because it was velvet, and as you guys have probably seen, velvet is super trendy in a lot of aesthetics, whimsy goth being one of them. This one also gives me fairy grunge vibes as well. Again, with the empire waist and the baby doll top, the puff sleeves, that combo together is very trendy. I believe this is a mini dress, so I'll market it accordingly, but we'll use the keywords Y2K, baby doll, even whimsy goth or fairy grunge I think would be appropriate for that one as well. And again, we're only going to list that at $25. Same thing with this one, very dark florals. This is just Vera Moda. I found it new with tags. It has a lot of smocking detail. It's long sleeve. And again, with the dark florals, we're going to try this one out for $25. One of my good friends at the bins gave us this, and I love it because this is one of my absolute favorite brands to pick up, but I especially love picking it up in plus sizes. So when she gave me this, I was like, heck yes. It is Eileen Fisher size 2X. Really nice, like plain basics, which Eileen Fisher customers love. It also has some artsy pockets at the bottom. Some keywords I would use for this are relaxed, comfort, minimalist, maybe even artsy because of the pockets. I'll need to do a slight bit of research on this, but I'm thinking between 30 and 40 bucks for that. Next up, this is the brand J. Crew. Now, I've said it before, but anytime you guys see a specific style name on a tag, that should be an indicator to you to look it up. Even if it is a mall brand, I'm not saying it's always going to pan out, but it is a good indicator that it might. And I've noticed with J. Crew, if I ever see a style name, I am looking it up, no matter how unsubstantial the piece feels. So this is J. Crew Teddy. It's their Teddy sweater. I've actually sold the Teddy sweater quite a bit. It usually flips for about $20 to $25 for me. This one's a really nice fuchsia purpley pink, and it should flip for $20 to $25. A really great sell-through rate on these, but if you're passing on J. Crew and you don't notice that, that's one more piece I wouldn't have had. All right, next up, I need to hustle. This video is getting long already and we still have a half a bin to get through. This is a Y2K baby doll top. Again, this is the brand Easier is Buyer. Would not memorize that, but again, with the baby doll top, the ruched details, the darker colors, I'm going to list that one for $25. Another plus size piece. This is Torrid, size 4. I try to stick to the goth skull stuff, maybe dark florals with Torrid. This one's a little bit more plain, but I did want to get it because it was at the bins. We're going to list it for $20 to $25. Again, we're not trying to stretch anything too far or else it's going to sit. We want to be realistic, but it is a pop over top with some smocking detail in the back. Long sleeve, all things that are going to add value. I'm going to use the keywords probably corporate goth, dark romantic. This one is a less substantial piece. It is their slub jersey in a size 3X, little Henley top. We're just going to list this one at $20, but it should flip quickly. Another Torrid piece. This one also does not fit what I would typically get from Torrid. However, it had some substantial factors to it and on trend factors that I wanted to get it. Torrid size 2X. It is a very chunky open knit, which I've noticed has been very trendy. This one is a short sleeve knit too, which I've seen a lot of girls wearing. It is a cardigan with some buttons, short sleeve knit. I just thought it was on trend based on what I've seen people wearing. It is thicker. I'm only going to list it for $25 and we will see how it does. Somebody else gave this to me at Ben's. I do not know her. I doubt she knows who I am. It's the first time seeing her, but we were standing there at the end of a bin going through her stuff and she just came up and she was putting this back and she was like, "This is a Free People dress." And I was like, "I will take that. Thank you very much." So more substantial piece. This is Free People 1. More substantial piece meaning a dress, but this is a shorter length dress, like a mini dress. We wanted to get it anyways. Has very romantic details. Different shades of green are very trendy right now. It has a little bit of patchwork crochet lace to it. We'll look up the exact style of this, but I can at least get $25 for this. I will use the keywords probably forest, fairy, and obviously boho because it's Free People. Another brand I like getting in plus sizes is Talbot's. This is a 3X petite plaid button-up shirt. We're going to list that for $25. This one is more of a style-based pickup. It's just Banana Republic. It is merino wool, although I have found recently that merino wool just doesn't carry the same weight that it used to unless it's in a base layer. So I don't really get excited about merino wool, again, unless it's like in a smart wool piece. But the style of this was very on trend as well. Kind of hard to see just because it is all black, but it is a very whimsy goth Y2K looking cardigan. It's got these ruffle details here, and the main reason I got it was because it has a hook and eye closure here. So when we photograph it, we're going to make sure it's like a V-neck so that a young person could see themselves wearing it, but we'll use the keywords Y2K, corporate goth, maybe even dark romantic just because of the ruffle details. And we're gonna list that for $25. All right, so this is not style-based, just factor stacking. It is cashmere at the bins. I don't know about this brand, but it is cashmere with no holes, V-neck, and it is pink. We'll list it for $20 to $25. Another Y2K piece. This is Jordache. And it is definitely a little 2K fairy style baby doll top. And this one has some metallic details. It's got a flare sleeve, so I feel like we might price this one up a little bit higher, around maybe $30 to $35. My employee that was with me informed me that apparently J. Crew pajama sets have a really excellent sell-through rate. I did not know that. And she did find a set and their strawberry print, which is so cute. So we have a J. Crew strawberry print pajama set, and it looks like we're gonna list that for $25. This is another experiment similar to the Lands' End plus size top. This is Catherine's plus size. I normally only get this in substantial pieces. This one's just a pretty plain solid tank top. However, it is a jewel toned like emerald green. And because of that, I wanted to test this out. I'm only going to list it for $20 and see how it goes. I'm not picking up every single Catherine's tank top that I find now. I'm gonna wait until I see how this one does before I decide to continue picking them up. This next one is another Y2K style piece. This is the brand Fresh Produce. It is a larger size, extra large. The main reason I got it was because of the lace trim. The lace trim actually has some iridescent details to it. Very trendy, bluish purple lace trim, rib details, very Y2K inspired, if not actually Y2K. And I'm gonna list this for $20 to $25. All right, these also had a surprisingly good sell-through rate. Carhartt Force men's long sleeve shirt. These are only going for about $20, which is what I'll list mine for. It's like a stretchy base layer for work. I knew that Carhartt was trendy, so I said, well, we'll look this up because it has a very specific style to it. And lo and behold, great sell-through rate. All right, we got a very heavy, thick Y2K men's hoodie by the brand American Eagle. Y2K men's hoodies perform very well, especially in specific brands, but they do especially well if they are thick, and they do especially well if they are fur lined, which this one is, which significantly increases the value. We're gonna list this for $35. All right, this is another style base, similar to that other one. It's a little like cardigan slash top slash blazer detail, embroidered mesh. I'm gonna use the keywords whimsy goth, corporate goth, and probably even Y2K with this. I'm gonna list that for $25. This is another Urban Outfitters. It is an oversized, super oversized cropped top with an exaggerated bishop sleeve. We'll list this for $20 to $25. This is the brand Bila. This does well in larger sizes. This one is a size XXL. We're gonna list this for $25. They make very like boho flowy tops. They don't do well in the smaller sizes, but they do have a good sell-through rate in the larger sizes. Another Y2K piece. This is the brand Baby Fat, which can be a good Y2K brand depending on what you have. This is a little tank top, which surprisingly did have a good sell-through rate, and we're gonna list it for $25. This is a Ralph Lauren item. I used to only get Lauren Ralph Lauren tops in plus sizes. However, I've been making quite a few exceptions lately because they fall under a trending aesthetic most of the time, which is like old money, clean girl, sometimes equestrian, sometimes Western. This one definitely falls into the old money aesthetic. Ruffle details here. We could even use romantic on this, but definitely old money. This one does have some armpit things going on, so we'll have to wash that. I think this is also a silk knit top, so a little bit of added extra value there. I think we're gonna list that one for $30. Okay, this is probably one of the higher priced finds that we found today. It is the Dig and Voltaire. This is a very high retailing brand. This is a really nice sweater with this kind of cool little angel. Gives me Y2K vibes on the sleeve. And let's see here. Oh, it's a size large and it's made out of merino wool. It says Nosfa Wings. So that must be the style name. Dang, it looks like this sweater actually frequently sells for around $70. I'm not the one who even found this. My employee did, so I'm gonna let her know that. She's gonna be very happy. But Zadig and Voltaire, especially if you find their sweaters, perform well. And lastly is another Y2K whimsy goth piece. This is the brand The Bug. I think this must be an older line of Fashion Bug, possibly. Very older label with a paper tag. This is a little tank top, again with the this isn't really velvet burnout, but similar aesthetic. It's velvet with something else attached to it. And yeah, it's just a little tank top, kind of a drop back. This gives me very celestial vibes, which also will help to sell it. So I'll include that in the title. But I'm gonna list this for between $25 and $30. All right, guys, so that is it for today's thrift haul. Let me know down in the comments, did you guys enjoy this slowed down version of a thrift haul where we really dig into the style-based pieces and talk about the keywords? Let me know down below. And don't forget, if you are interested in finding some really affordable and really good quality shipping supplies, check out Giaro Pack in my description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!